This is Donnie again. I am back today. I'm excited because I have my friend Rebecca with me. She is from Texas, saying hi. She's here with her family for the week, and I broke her other arm so that I could get her to come down in my craft room, and we decided we're going to do a little wall hanging for a project together. So she's allowing me to tape her doing her project. So come join us if you want to. We're just going to talk back and forth with each other and show you kind of what we're working on today. So I hope you enjoy it. So far we've chosen a shape for the background of the wall hanging and cut a piece of felt and a piece of it was an old tablecloth for the front of it. Yeah. You just flip the whole thing over.
Okay.
And let's get the image out of the way maybe. And then let's just glue that together all the way around the edges.
This way?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna back off so you can reach. And if you have any trouble with any of that, let me know. Introduce her to our favorite tool for the glue gun. And I see she's not using it. Oh, that's all right. It is hard to get used to new things.
I'll use it when I think I'm going to get burned.
Yeah.
It's an awesome tool.
I was trying to think how many years we've known each other. And I think Josh is 29. So he was what, in diapers still?
I think Andrew was. You were pregnant with Andrew.
I was pregnant with Andrew, so that would be 28 years ago.
Do you have another stick?
I do have lots of glue.
Of course you do.
We've known each other over a quarter of a century then.
Telling our age.
It can lay down. It's not going to hurt these mats at all. We took time before we started the video to you can't see it, but there's a big pile of laces next to her that she has gone through some of the buckets of stuff that I've got, and we're just throwing stuff out and going to play with it and see what we come up with. The image she chose is this little group of children. I think there's 5 siblings in that one.
All girls.
Turn it maybe a little bit more there. I know y'all have probably seen that on Pinterest. That's where I got it.
There are 5 girls in my family.
Oh, that's why you chose it. Oh, that's perfect.
We just weren't that old.
Yeah. I think that's a sweet one. Trim it all you want and into any shape. And here's a sharper pear, by the way. That might be a little easier to cut the fabric. And before we put it on, well, let's do a little more to the background piece.
Okay.
You like that? I do too. I think that looks pretty.
Okay. To the side?
Do you remember that piece we pulled out of the tablecloth? You said that your grandmother had a tablecloth like that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can locate it in there. Yeah.
This piece.
I was thinking, tell me how you like that over the top of that. Do you like that for a background, or do you want to continue with the white background?
No, not the way. This is good.
That's good?
Mm-hmm.
No. Position it any way you want, and then you can glue that down. And then cut it off. But remember, of course, that glue is going to come right through it on spots. So you might just want to kind of tack it here and there.
And the picture's going to be in the center.
Wherever you want it. I don't think there's a front and back on that, is there?
No, I don't.
That's the other thing I always
Oh, yeah,
try
that's
to,
the
that is the, okay. I think I did a TMI with you with too much lace. TML? Is there such a thing as too much lace?
Yes.
There is, okay. Yeah.
For me. Not for you. How about that?
Not for me, but for you, yeah.
Okay.
That looks good.
So just tack.
kind of tack it down. Watch so that when it comes through the tablecloth that you don't burn yourself. Because you're going to want to put your hand on top of that, and I'll guarantee you're going to burn yourself.
Right. I don't want to burn myself.
There's lots of glue strings too today, it seems. I can feel the cool breeze in here. I think
Nice.
the air conditioner must be on.
Good thing. Do I tack it in the center or only on the edges?
You're going to put enough stuff in the center that the glue that you add the picture with and stuff is going to attach it to the center. So you don't need to do that at this point.
Okay.
Unless it was going to move around on you or something. Ah, see?
It didn't burn.
It didn't burn? Okay, good.
But it might have. That was
I
more
do not
careful.
want you getting burned.
It's all right. Won't be the first time. Just gotta get in the habit. It's pretty.
Now, it's not because you don't want the glue to show at this point because we're going to put more stuff on it, but I just didn't want you to get burned. You can use a lot more of the glue and run it straight down if you want to, but it will come through to the front,
That's okay.
and I just don't want you getting burnt.
Unattached.
And that's our fiend of a glue strand. So what was the weather like in Texas when you left?
Some rainy.
Was it still real hot?
Nope, not too bad. It's
Oh,
getting
good.
past that now.
I'm so glad. I didn't miss that at all this year.
I'm
Thought
sorry.
about it a lot and how thankful we are to be here. We moved from Texas a year ago and have been up in the northeast corner of Tennessee now for this last year, so that's what I'm referring to. I think I threw one down there.
You did.
I'll almost stick a few closer at hand.
I should probably get those down. That's almost- You probably do this much quicker.
No, I'm about that speed. Because if I'm any quicker than that, I'll burn myself. Get ahead of myself.
That would be me. It's pretty.
That'll make a nice background for that.
Yes.
These are the sharper scissors.
What am I cutting it to the exact size?
Doesn't have to be.
Okay.
If you, in fact, before you cut it, if you like it the way it is drooping off the bottom, think about that. If you want to keep that on the bottom, maybe straighten it out a little, we could do that. Leave that, because once you cut it, you'll have to just re-glue it if you want it actually to hang off the bottom.
No.
Up to you. No. Quick decision. That's good. Rebecca's found out she does not like certain shapes or colors. When we were digging through all the lace stuff that we were trying to decide on, it was funny because she's like, that's pretty, but I don't like it because it's stark white. And then she'd throw another piece up there. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. And then she'd say, nope, not that one. So it was really fun getting to see what your likes and dislikes were.
Yep. Learning that I like simple and not elaborate and
Yeah, it's
too
more your
blingy.
your
No.
personality.
Yep. So you learn more about my personality than I thought, than I knew before.
Yeah,
Got it?
good deal.
Leave the bottom.
Yeah, I'll hang on to that.
Oh, look. Attached.
Okay. You've got your photo. Let's start with the back though, not the photo. We'll do it last. How
I wanna
about?
see where we're gonna put it.
Yeah. See kind of where you want it. Are you wanting anything else on the page besides lace and maybe flowers?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that I want it in the center, but I'm thinking off center a little.
I like that off center too.
Something like that. Okay.
So with that in mind, you've kind of got an idea of where you're going to put it on the page. I didn't invite this fly. Go away. It was not invited to the video. Usually the way I do it is I'll do the background or the photo first and go from there. Just kind of whatever I'm in the mood to work on first. If you want to work on the photo first, we'll do it, the image,
Right.
or we'll do the background
Doesn't matter.
and do the edges and stuff. Usually by the time I get the edges and the bottom done, the picture itself is easy because
Okay.
it just kind of,
We can go for that.
yeah. You want to pick out some edging pieces that you might want to put around the right and left sides. And you don't have to even everything out. This is your piece. If you like big something on one side and small on the other, or different ones on either side, or just real droopy at the bottom or just real close at the bottom, or those dangles that we picked out, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of stuff. There. That was that piece. She found this little piece that she liked, and we were thinking of putting that across the bottom. Okay. This is going to be your dry run, and we need to also make sure you've got the front and not the back. These things are tricky. That's the front.
Is it?
Yep. The shinier side is.
Oh, I might like the other
And
side.
you might like the other side. That's true.
No, this is good.
Okay. And since this is your dry run, we're going to just start throwing stuff on there as you are thinking through it, what you like. And remember some of the pieces you picked out.
Yeah.
Maybe. You can't remember all that. And you can layer it or not layer it, or just however you are thinking.
What was a thought we had? How much is showing on this one? This one? Don't know if I want that layered or not. Yeah. Would think so. Okay. Just all the way around.
You can do it however you want. Just this is the fun part. Just kind of play around with it. To me, this is what takes the most time
Yes.
of all of it, because I know we have a lot of choices that we picked out, but then there's the seeing how I like it and if I like it. And that's why I had you pull out so much, because what you saw and picked out that you liked, you may not actually want to use it on here after all.
Right.
So that's why I made you get so much out. Now we can use that, but I would wait until
Yes.
there's a
Well, we
raw
can put
edge
the
that
things
needs to be.
around the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get a lot, I guess, to do that. Really?
I threw that Battenberg piece up there too. It's right in the center. You almost
Yes.
grabbed it there. Yeah. It's the whole piece I had just cut. I don't know if you were interested in any of that or not.
Probably
That's
not.
kinda
It's pretty
wide.
white.
Let's get it out of the way. Might be able to find the other stuff easier.
It's pretty white too. pleased with that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going out right now. I might regret this because I get two.
We can do another one. We'll have a lot of videos to upload.
That's pretty. But that's too small, right?
Not necessarily. Keep in mind that that might go over something wider.
Oh, that's true.
If you get one of those wider laces, you might could put that one on top of it. And we're not in a time crunch at all.
That's
Just
a good
play
thing.
with it. Have fun with it.
It's pretty cute. We have oh that well, that's a really wide one. Well, we're putting a lot down because when we put this here, we're gonna lay it on top of what we've already got here. Or
Yes, the photo will go on top of it with whatever we add to the photo.
kind of didn't want to use too much of that flour.
You picked out some nice pieces
I did,
to work with.
but now I don't know how to put them together to make it
Well,
not so pretty.
Go with something like that one on the outside edge.
Okay.
Is my best guess at starting it. And then you can always put stuff on top like that golder piece, that browner piece that
Mhm.
you had,
Mhm.
and it'll hide a lot of that edge,
The white edge.
the white edge. It'll hide all of that,
Okay.
but it'll leave enough, because that's wider, it'll leave enough of it exposed to be a good background for the darker piece.
So putting it down like that,
Mm-hmm.
and up one side.
Sure. And I'll take my widest piece that I want to use, and then on top of it I'll do the
Do I
narrower.
put this all
pieces.
the way on or hanging off the edge?
That's up to you. My bottom sections usually I put on top of my edges, my side pieces,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can get a bigger, prettier bottom. But sometimes if I can't blend the two together, that's where I'll put something pretty, like a flower or a dangle or something to cover that, where the two edges meet. And where those meet, if it's not pretty when you put it together, that's where you stick a piece of bling or a flower or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it hides a multitude of sin. We like flowers.
Okay. Do I put them this way or with the thing
Yes.
going out?
Yes,
I like that.
either. Keep in mind if it's a wall hanging, if it's floppy at the top, it might flip over.
Oh, that's pretty stiff.
That looks pretty.
I like that. If I make it a little rounded,
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
it goes with the picture a little better.
It follows that line, yeah.
Include this on both sides.
Mm-hmm. They look great.
So just cut it.
Yeah.
I could just cut. That one would go underneath. Cut too much. This one here.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that off.
If you want to. You may want to keep that there, because it's giving you that little roundedness at the bottom.
Well, it's
I
gonna be
don't-
underneath.
Okay. Just however you want it. I'm sorry that's not pressed flat.
Yeah,
It was
well,
kind of wadded in the box, I'm afraid.
I think it will over time come out fine. this one already?
It's up to you. If you want to use it. A lot of times I just tack stuff down until I'm sure, and then I'll do my trimming. There's been too many times I have just snipped it off and then thought, oh, I could have put that other, never mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that. You're rounding it.
I like it that way. You're doing good.
Pull that in a little.
That's looking cute.
And how does that affect that? And I want to round it down. How do I take that off?
If it's in your way, yeah. Because you know you're going to be putting more on top of it.
Right. Start singing now. That's my contentment. I think this one blends much nicer. So kind of make the other one blend like that. And there's the washer.
There's the daily washer. Yeah, the washing machine makes this. What did I call it a minute ago? The last load, the something rattle and roll.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I said. It's the only time it does. It's just once I wash.
Look good?
Mm-hmm. Now if you want to start, now you don't have to do all four sides at the same time. You can just kind of remember what you want on the bottom and then just kind of start tacking stuff down on the sides
Okay.
so it won't like be in your way while you're doing it.